So Jensen Huang did a keynote at Nvidia last night, and I had to sort through it. It was so much. I want to go through briefly the top three things that I think matter, and I want to tell you why I think they reinforce Nvidia's value proposition, why it made sense for Jensen to announce them. The first is on the consumer side. The GeForce RTX 5000 series is a new GPU. It's built on the Blackwell architecture, which is what they use for AI. Here's why that matters. They've always built GPUs. They were always going to play in the gaming space. And what this does is it reinforces their stickiness as a gaming platform in a way they've never been able to do before. Before, it would run on a Nvidia GPU. Sure, the game runs, it's great, and you move on. But any other GPU could also run that game. But with Blackwell, it's designed for AI from the bottom up. And that's exactly what Jensen showed off. You're going to get situations where games will be designed to generate worlds, at least partially, that come from a Blackwell chip. And so the game won't work properly if it's not running on Blackwell, because Blackwell will be what generates like 60% of the game graphics. And so I think that's a brilliant play, and it reinforces their ecosystem. Number two, Jensen got into how to think about the world as a world where NVIDIA has both the hardware layer and also the layer above it, which is the infrastructure layer, the large language models prepared for enterprise, other models that enable enterprise to operate. Two big releases there, Nemotron and Cosmos. So Nemotron is a fine-tuned Llama-based language model. It comes in different flavors, Nano, Super, Ultra, for different enterprise sizes. Really what Jensen figured out is that Mark Zuckerberg can put a lot of money into building those language models, but they have to be packaged in a way that enterprises can use. And so NVIDIA fine-tuned those Llama's language models so that enterprises want to use them on the NVIDIA chips. And now NVIDIA has a full solution. Get our chips, get our language model, we're done. It's great. Thanks, Mark Zuckerberg. And then Cosmos is a world foundation model that they built more from scratch. It goes back to their gaming roots. It can generate photorealistic environments for robotics, for autonomous vehicle training. Jensen is huge on the future of robotics and autonomous vehicles, and he wants to be the place where you train and build robotics. And so Cosmos is a place where you can actually generate these photorealistic environments, and you can run your robots through those environments virtually, and you can see how they're making decisions before they impact real world safety, which is a big deal. Okay, that brings me to three, automotive and robotics platforms. So Thor is a next generation system on a chip. It has 20x the performance of Orin, which was the previous version. And really, when you think about a system on a chip, what matters there is that it aims to deliver everything from like driver assistance systems to autonomous vehicles, like level 3 autonomy, and also high-end robotics applications. It has 20x the processing capability of Orin, so it can handle higher compute demands with high-resolution sensors like cameras, LiDAR, radar, plus advanced AI models. It's meant to handle both in-cabin stuff like occupant monitoring and out-of-cabin stuff like path planning. And it's meant to stack in, again, this is their ecosystem play, with an entire operating system that sits on the NVIDIA stack. So Drive OS runs on Thor chips. It's been certified to ASIL-D, which is the highest automotive safety level. People are going to start to use this when they start to design autonomous driving solutions. Maybe not Tesla, but autonomous driving is rapidly commoditizing. So it's going to happen. Now, Omniverse plus Isaac plus Cosmos is sort of the same play, but aimed more at robots and autonomous vehicles in factory environments. And so that's where you have an integrated suite where you have the Cosmos virtual environment, you have the Omniverse for simulating particular spaces, and it all comes together in a way that enables a company to have a suite for training robots and deploying them in simulated environments so that they can be confident that they can deploy them in the real world using NVIDIA architecture again and actually get something that matters. So fundamentally, NVIDIA wants to knit together hardware, software, and data to remain the core AI platform. All three of these plays show that. Whether it's mainstream desktop GPUs, AI foundation models with Nemotron or Cosmos, or robotics autonomous systems like Thor, these moves are going to define NVIDIA's strategy wherever AI happens to go over the next half decade. It's a huge CES. So there you go. That's my takeaways from Jensen's keynote.